But anyway, one of the stories from that book is what I actually want to talk about. And it wasn't, again, this is before we even knew who David Goggins was when Jesse Itzler first had Seal, who, again, he never mentioned David's name the whole book. He first had Seal come to his house. First thing Seal did was say, all right, where's the gym in your building? Because he lived in this high rise in like Manhattan. And they went to the gym and they go over to the pull-up bar, and Seal, David Goggins, says to Jesse, all right, how many pull-ups can you do in one set? And Jesse said, I could probably do maybe 15 pull-ups. So Seal was like, all right, do the pull-ups. And he did it. He did like 16, 17 pull-ups. And it was hard for him because he doesn't usually do pull-ups, but he did about 16, 17 pull-ups, and he's like tired. And the Seal says to him, okay, now we're not going to leave the gym until you do 1,000. And I don't think he put this particular anecdote in the book, but I believe he said it in an interview. I remember him saying it in interviews. I remember hearing him say it. Jesse Itzler, that is. This is before Goggins was even doing interviews. This is like he was being interviewed about the book and he told the story. And that got me thinking about what I want to talk about here. In that, because as they went on, as the story continued, Jesse would do the pull-ups, and maybe he might do 5, he might do 2, he might do 10, and they took a long time. They were there like all night. And eventually he did do 1,000 total pull-ups. The whole point was, and if you read this book, again, it's called Living with a Seal. And that book probably didn't become as popular as David Goggins' own book about himself, but that book is a book that's worth reading, because one of the biggest things that happened in that book was that Jesse was continually having his self-imposed limits challenged by Seal, aka David Goggins, entirely through the book, because the whole thing was about getting him ready to run. So pull-ups wasn't even, he didn't even think pull-ups were on the menu, right? But they ended up doing all these pull-ups, at least that first night. But a lot of times in the book, Jesse was just getting dragged out of bed, let's go run again. And mind you, he's living in New York, and this is in like the winter.